What's up, everyone? So, my name is Glenn, and today we're going to be talking about, do you or are you responding to Jesus? When Jesus has a call for you and he is telling you and you feel it in your heart, you feel it deep down in your spirit, and you either do you accept it or do you not accept it? So, main reason why I want to talk about this today, guys, is because for the past 2 or 3 weeks, God has really been speaking to me and telling me to respond to something that I was really hesitant to. So basically, I'm gonna make this long story into a shorter one because I don't want to make these videos too long. Essentially, I was a leader 3-4 years ago, I believe, in my old church. This was back in Florida. I currently live in Illinois. And back in my old church, I was a leader for 3 years because I did seminary, Bible school, and I also was a leader there, where I had, basically I was in charge of the teens group at the church for a year. And then a year and a half later, I want to say, I became in charge of the teens and the youth of the church. So the teens and the college students. And yeah, ever since, that was good. I wasn't really doing school too hard, so it was easy. But then I got into school, even deeper into school, because I was trying to go into dental school, which I currently am in dental school, so succeeded with that. But essentially, I had to put God, I guess I basically had to put Jesus on the sidelines. And that's kind of what I did for the 2 years that I was in dental, not 2 years that I was studying very hard, even harder, to get into dental school. And I put Jesus on the side. And I prayed about it so many times, saying, God, I feel so guilty. I feel bad that I'm not doing what you want me to do. But I truly believe Jesus completely told me, he's like, I understand, son. I understand that you're in this moment of life. You got to do what you got to do. Do it. But the one thing Jesus did tell me to keep doing, though, go to church, continuing to, keep learning new stuff and continue to read the Bible. Which I did those things, but not as good as I could have. I really didn't. I could have done so much more, but it was hard. But, we can always put excuses on everything. So, and then fast forward to now, where it's 3 or 4 years later from that time frame when I was a leader. But when I stopped not going to church, but when I stopped being a leader and stuff, completely, it's been 2 years now, roughly, I think. Actually, no, I think it's been 3 years now. I don't know. My dates are off, guys. But just understand it's been a few years. I don't remember the exact dates. God has been calling me to go back and be a leader in some form, some shape or form, right? In the church. And my new church that I am now in Illinois, and I believe God is calling me to be in the youth again, /youth/college students. This place already has a pastor who's in charge of those things, but I don't know, God's telling me to go there, and I don't know what God is going to want to do with me there, but I just know I'm responding. I'm afraid. It's been a while since I've did anything really in the church. So it feels weird. It feels new to me, especially now that this is an American church, essentially. It's a Russian, but this church is the American version that the one I go to. Because back in Florida, I was part of a Brazilian church because I'm from America, but I have background family who's from Brazilian. And it was comfortable. I knew people there. I grew up in that church, basically. And now I'm in a new church in Illinois, completely new. Nothing I don't know. I mean, I know people now because of school, right? But the point is responding, guys. So I'm at dental school right now, and it's tough. It's a lot of work, a lot of studying. I don't get much free time, and God is over here telling me, son, I want you to start being more involved. I don't believe God's telling me to be a leader again, the way I was back in Florida when I would share the word. I guess basically because I was in charge of the service for teens on Sundays when the pastor was giving the adult service at the same time. I don't believe God's calling me for that right now because I truly believe God understands that I just don't have the time for it. And that's one reason why I'm trying to do the social media with any little free time that I have. And yeah, it's just being used by God, bro. It's just responding. Whether you know the whole story or not, it's good to just respond. A few men in the Bible that I just want to mention here. Abraham, for example. Jacob, Moses. I'm bringing it back to the Old Testament. The first people, I guess, or the first Noah, for example, the first people in the Bible, the big men, right? The big people in the Bible. These people responded to Jesus, man. Do you think they were afraid? I'm sure they were. For example, Moses, the guy can't speak. essentially. He's a terrible public speaker. Something like that is what the Bible mentions. I believe he had a stutter, if I'm not mistaken. And guess what? God still called him. So it's like, it doesn't matter what you can do or can't do. That what matters is, do you have a heart that wants to be used by God? Do you have a humble heart that desires to be used? If you have that, then bro, start praying right now. Start praying tomorrow. Start praying any second, and start asking God to use you. If you feel like God has been calling you guys, I invite you to pray. I invite you to sit down, turn on some music on if you want, and just pray a little bit, and just talk to God, talk to your Father, talk to Jesus, man, and just like be led by the Holy Spirit, because right now that's what I'm doing. I literally just spoke to one of my pastors yesterday, telling them, yeah, I'm willing to start doing something. Let's get it done. So like, I'm in the process now. I'm going to start doing something eventually, probably before the summer starts. But yeah, it's just like, even if you're afraid, because I'm afraid, I have this like social anxiety for some reason, bro. Like, I swear I never really struggled with this before, but I feel like now it's like really becoming real. I think it's because I just distanced myself from the church for a while now. And now that I'm starting to come back, right? But yeah, guys, this is what I just want to say is respond. Don't miss out, bro. Don't miss out on Jesus. It's just respond. Are you responding? This message is to encourage you, not to bring you down. I'm just here to share a little bit of what's happening in my life. And if it has an impact on anyone out there, it's worth it. Just one person, if it changes one life of one person, it's worth it. So yeah, guys, peace. See you guys on the next video.